just have to shoot. Good morning, everybody. You see how I went from
oh my God.
No, so I really did not prepare for today, kind of, sort of, but I did want to play an inspirational video. Y'all know I love ET, the hip hop. So I wanted to play this quick inspirational video, and then I did a little, where's my YouTube? Hold on. I did a little poll on, just a little poll, might have been 5 people, on what they wanted to see today. And so they talked about wanting to go through like exits and entries for the trades. So that's what I'm going to do after this video. Hold on.
We break through and we break them. So everybody always asks me, E.T., what was it like being homeless? I don't remember. What was it like eating out of trash cans? I don't remember. I ain't on that. Let me tell y'all the hardest part of my life. The hardest part of my life was not being homeless. I ain't had no dreams or no goals. I didn't want nothing. Eating out of trash cans wasn't the hardest thing I've ever done. The hardest thing I ever did was get my GED, go to college, study every doggone day and still fail. That's hard. That's hard. When you writing a paper for 3-4 weeks, you turn it in and you still get a 2.0. That's hard. It's hard when you're in a library, you studying and you read and you take the test and you get a 55. That's hard. So what I want you to understand about the breakthrough is that 90% is work, but the last 10%, that's fight. Listen to me. You don't get a breakthrough by working. You get a breakthrough when you fight. And I had to fight. I had to stay up all night. Listen to me very closely. When I first started speaking, I remember they used to be like, bro, we give 1,500 at most. I remember trying to break through in this industry. I remember speaking and speaking and speaking, getting a 4-year degree. It took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree. Breakthrough. It wasn't being homeless. It wasn't running the streets. It wasn't hanging out with people I shouldn't hang out with. The hardest part of my life was actually trying, putting forth effort, and still not getting my goal. That was the hardest part. The hardest part was going to doggone school. I dropped out of doggone Detroit, Henry Ford. I didn't go to school, so when I got kicked out, I wasn't tripping. But you mean to tell me I'm going to every class and I'm still failing? You mean to tell me I'm reading every paper, I'm still failing? That's the hard part. The breakthrough is the hardest part because the breakthrough is not about the X's and O's. The breakthrough is not about the weight room. The breakthrough is not about studying the plays. The breakthrough, that last 10%, is all mental toughness. The last 10%, the breakthrough is not about being better than them. You're already better than them. You're just not better than them mentally. It ain't got to do nothing physical. When you get to the top of your game, it ain't physical, y'all. It is not the darkest moment that's the problem. You the problem. And your perspective is the problem. You thought you were just going to have a dream and a goal, and you were just going to wake up and just walk into the sunset. You're like, dream, boom. It don't work like that. You have a dream, and then life punks you. Life punks you and say, do you really want this? I'm going to give your wife MS. Do you really want this? 5 of your aunts going to die of cancer. Do you really want this? You're going to lose friends. Do you really want this? Your mama going to be pissed when you write the book about your family. Do you really want this? Do you really want this? Cousins going to abandon you. People that you used to be like this with going to think you bougie and don't want to deal with you. It's a part of it, but I paid too much. If I was gonna quit, I would have quit in the abandoned building when I wanted to commit suicide and take my life. And I don't talk about that because I don't want to give nobody ideas. I should have quit when I heard my voice say, your mama don't want you, your own daddy don't want you, take your life. I got through that. So why I'm gonna quit over a grade, a F on a grade? Why would I quit because I didn't do well on the master's degree? Come on. And so I'm telling y'all, you have come too far to quit now. You have invested too much to quit now. You have lost too much to quit now. Get a reward for your pain. Don't cry about it. Don't whine about it. Get a reward for it. I study my competition. Oh, my man fired. My man fired. My man, oh, fired. My man, oh, his use of word. Oh, my man, his presence. Oh, this is phenomenal. But when I studied all of them, it takes 3 weeks to a month to get their stuff. I said, bingo, I got them. I got them. I'm going to go on YouTube and give my stuff away. Because guess what? If you're going through a divorce, you ain't got 3 weeks to wait on no doggone video. If your mama got cancer or you got cancer, you ain't got 3 weeks to a month to wait for your video. So I'm saying they better than me, but they will not outwork me. I will get up every day and put some on. 3 o'clock in the doggone morning. I'm doing it every day at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm telling y'all, the breakthrough, I'm going to break these boys. Why? Because where they come from, they couldn't get up at 3 o'clock in the morning if they wanted to. They smarter than me. They come from privilege. They got the language. They got the code. They got the rules. They grew up in it, but they will not get up earlier than me. They will not put out more content than me. Beast mode. I was homeless. I was knocked out. I was kicked out of school. I was told never to return. I did this in the midst of trials, in the midst of tribulations. Nobody gave me this. I earned it. Life wasn't a crystal stair for me. Didn't nobody give me a network. I earned a network. I know Warren Buffett because I worked my way to Warren Buffett. I worked my way to Dan Gilbert. I worked my way to the NBA. I worked my way to the NFL. Everybody say, E, how did you crack the code? I grinded my way through the code. That's how I cracked it. I got up every day at 3. At Monday, I grind. Tuesday, I grind. I don't care what the economy is doing. I don't care who the president is. I don't care who the governor is. I don't care who the mayor is. My mama ain't counting on the governor. My wife ain't counting on the president of the United States of America. My wife ain't counting on the mayor. My wife ain't counting on the commissioner. My wife counting on me. When I walk out that house, she's counting on me to bring home the bacon. I beast mode my way to number 1. I beast mode my way to number 1. Then I put the sweet stuff out, and I saw people start feeling it. Then I start dropping hip hop on them. I'm like, I got them now. They don't even know who Kendrick Lamar is. Got them. They don't even know who Pac is. Got them. They don't even know how to put Biggie in there. Got them. I didn't get them with talent. I didn't beat them with talent. I looked at their weaknesses and I said, boom, they will not outwork me. I'll go quicker, I'll go harder, I'll go longer, I'll go faster. A game, all I got is an A game. I ain't got a B game. I ain't got a C game. When I finish, people are relying on me. Some of y'all, when you get on the field, you forgot. You forgot what it was like when you was hustling in high school playing ball, when you were in college hustling to get to this point. I ain't smart. It took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree. My book is a bestseller, and I failed English 3 times in college. But the difference between me and most people is you might be sweeter than me. You might be bigger than me. You might grind. Listen to me, I don't know. You might have money. I don't know where you come from, but you will not outwork me every single time. So what I need y'all to do, man, man to man, I need y'all to, first week y'all come out, I need y'all to come out so doggone strong that when teams come on the field, come on. Don't just say it, lock the gate. Don't just say it. Don't just say it, sound cute, you wearing a t-shirt. Don't just say it, lock that joke for real. get to the point this season that when they come out on the field, they're like, we don't even want to lose. We want them to be scared. Can we make that happen? I'm talking about beast mode. I want you to come out, no laughing, no playing. I want y'all to do something like y'all ain't never done before. I want y'all to go out on the field and have y'all, whatever y'all come up with, y'all little chant, whatever y'all do. I want y'all to just come out and just all y'all stand and look at the other side. I just want you to strike fear in their doggone heart. People rock with me because I know what you've been through and I didn't quit. I know what you've been through and I didn't stop. I know what you've been through and I didn't whine. You know what I did? I got my reward for it. And not only did I get a reward for it, my wife got a reward for it. My kids got a reward for it. They're gonna live a different life because of what I went through. And had I quit, I would have been just like my father who left me with nothing. I'd have been just like my grandfather who quit. So I've been in circles and in families and environments where people take L's. I don't take L's no more. No more L's in my life. All we do is win, win, win.
No matter what. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right, y'all. That I played that video.
What is it?
Hold on. I played that video because I know that there are some people who have been feeling like they've been trying to learn forex for some time.
You say you feel like it's people that make excuses instead of make a way?
Just shut up.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry, yeah.
Shut the hell up. That feel like that they're, hold on, I'm trying to share my trading view. Share. Okay. They're studying forex or been learning forex for some time and still feel like they're failing. So I just wanted to play an encouraging video to just to say stay committed, stay consistent. Don't listen to Ty. Listen to Ty, but then don't listen to Ty. And I promise you that in the end, it's gonna all be worth it. All be worth it. So, yes, Rosebud, the last 10% is what you go through. So today, I was asked to do to go over like some entries and exits for trades. And I was going to just go through a certain pair, but I kind of wanted some, well, so that no one think that I just chose a pair because I chose the pair. So if there's a pair that you want to see, and then I can explain my thought process behind the entry and exit for a specific trade. Y'all can drop a pair in the chat if you want to. Let me go to all right. I know that GJ was one. Y'all know GJ is my favorite. So GJ was bearish, has been bearish. I mean bullish. Oh, I said bearish. Has been bullish. I always look at, oh, hold on. I wanted to do something. I had a question for y'all. Let me find another pair. Okay. That wasn't a good example. So I will go ahead over GU. Don't nobody have a pair? I can't believe that. So whenever I get on the chart, the first thing I do is always go to the higher time frame, right? And overall GU is bearish.
Kim, you're on GA. I don't know.
I mean GA. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I am on GA. Sorry. I'll go ahead with GA since I'm here. Overall GA is bearish, right? So once price comes up, I'm looking at the overall picture, right? So once price pulled up, my expectation is for price to pull back and then continue to the downside. Now, it broke structure here, right? It broke structure there. So now I'm expecting price to continue to the downside, specifically to this order block right here. So with that being said, I mean, this is literally all I do. With that being said, we had a weekly, nothing. We had a weekly, I'm sorry, we have a daily bullish order block. So price may pull back to the trend line and then continue dropping down. I just look at the last low, draw a line, and then expect price to come back and then continue to the downside. There's probably some kind of inefficiency in this wick right here. If price is going to continue going up, there is some kind of inefficiency in in either of these wicks right here. So what I will do is go down to a lower time frame. I like to trade the wicks of a zone. So I would expect price to pull back here before dropping down. That would be my entry. That would be my entry. So you can either set an alert or you can set a limit. And this is 45 pips stop loss. And then you can trade it down to the lows, or you can just continue it down to this order block that was on the weekly. And that's your 10% possibly for the week. If price does break structure here, then I'm expecting price to come either here or to this imbalance. To then continue to the downside. But right now, price is bearish. It broke structure here. You're waiting for the pullback to continue to the downside. And based off, and I put here, but this is just pretty much a retest of this initial break, it pulled back, retesting this area. So once it gets here, then you can reevaluate whether it's going to continue to the downside, which it probably is since price is bearish. So the next low is pretty much this right here. So if you can stay in the trade long enough, but to here is definitely, that's like 484 pips. That's it. Class is done. It's like I'm just playing. Does anybody have any questions about Does anybody have any questions about that? I know, TT, I know you, as you like show me how to do it, but that's pretty much how, this is pretty much how I got into that. Was that US 30? That dropped the other day? Or
Yeah, that
GA?
was US 30.
Yeah, US 30. That's pretty much what I did. I got in at an imbalance and then it dropped from there. It was like 18%.
So you said if this goes up, if this passes the trend line, it'll likely just want to fill that imbalance.
It can either come get this imbalance and continue to the downside. Yeah, this would be where I would expect it to come. I don't know if it will come this far, but this would be my goal right here. Like once it comes here and then drop, because I'm looking over here, I don't see any imbalance or anything for this to break for this to go any higher right now. The only imbalance I have is right here. So yeah, so I would trade, and if you want to trade this up, which is most definitely can, because this is a counter trend trade, it's going to be more of a rough ride than a drop like this. But right now I wouldn't get into it. But if I'm looking at the 4 hour, I have imbalance here. That price could just come and continue to the upside. I don't have an order block or anything else here. So that, let me go down to 2 hour. There we go, right there. So you have an order block here. So price can come either to this imbalance and keep buying up, or if it doesn't break this high, then I would expect price to come down a little further to either the wicks of this order block to the wicks of this order block, or let me just mark it up here. This is gonna come here. I doubt if it comes there, but it can come feel like you have 1, 2, 3, 4 order blocks right now, right? That this can all pull back to. It can come all the way to, it can come here and continue to the upside. It can come here, continue to the upside, or even come here and continue to the upside.
How many pips is it to those order blocks, Kim?
So here is 59, 60 pips. Right here is 70. Right here is 80, 90 pips. So depending on like where price is right now, because you can tell it's consolidating right now. So if you go down to a lower time frame, it's consolidation. And when I look, this is the only order block I see right now. So price has already come and pretty much tapped into that order block. So you're looking, when price is bullish, now overall price is bearish, right? But that's when you have to know where you are on the chart. You know that it's going up, but you know that you're coming up to give, you know that this is pretty much a counter trend trade to then trade it back down some more because price is overall bearish. So if you come to the chart and you open a chart, you open up on the 15-minute and you just see this, yes, you can buy up. It is pretty much, it is not pretty much, it is bullish right now. But you definitely want to know where you are in within the grand scheme of things, because I can't say I can't say, and then go to the daily. I can't say I want to get in this and then go all the way up here. I mean, oh shoot, my bad. I can't. There we go. Like, I don't want to, at the moment, it's not going all the way up there. I don't think. If it does, hold on. No, right now it's not going all the way up there. This was the last push up. So I'm expecting price to at least, again, in the big scheme of things, come to the 50% or the 718 to fill this imbalance right here. Before turning around and coming back up here to then even drop some more. So with that being said, I'm expecting price to come around here somewhere before turning around to ride it all the way back up to the top. So let's go back down to the 15-minute. So in the grand scheme of things, I know that I'm at least taking this buy. So this right now has pulled back to my trend line. I'm expecting bullish. I'm expecting it to buy some more. If you want to wait until it breaks these highs, you can wait for it to break those highs, or you can look for a possible 4-hour order block, a 4-hour bullish order block to continue buying up. So come market open, the next candle may give you a bullish order block, or maybe not. Maybe it'll pull back some more to one of these areas that we marked up.
Well, I'm on the pullback. I'm on the pullback team. I think if you get a 4-hour order block, that's a dream, a prayer and a dream. If I look at the weekly chart,
if you're looking at the weekly chart, is oh, I know why you're looking at the weekly chart, but let's see. So you're looking at 100, you looking for 100 pips, you're looking for 75 pips.
well, yeah, it's got, yeah, I think it has. I mean, it's already started pulling back. Like it went up there and then it started retracing, right? If you look at that weekly candle, I would just fib the weekly candle and see where it's trying to pull back to on the weekly candle first. I know we trade a little bit differently, but you know, in my opinion, if I'm looking at this at the end of the week, I want to see where it's trying to retrace. And then when I drop down, I can see what my landmarks are in that area.
Hold on, I gotta, all these lines driving me crazy. So you're looking for, let's see something. So if it comes back to the imbalance, that's only 18 pips. If it comes back to the 50%, that's 39 pips.
Well, I would look in that 50% range. I think it's going to at least hit 50, but in that in that range, what's down there, like on the lower time frames? I don't know why it wouldn't come back to the 78. Overall, it's a sell anyway, like you said, but
It could pull back to the 78. Because like I said, on the 4-hour, like based off the 4-hour, it hasn't broken, this is our high, right?
yeah,
So-
and those last 3-4 hour candles all show exhaustion.
The last two. Well, you're saying this one right here with the wick.
At the top of them, they all show that they got exhausted. They couldn't break through. And it's rounding like it's falling down versus trying to push up. Now I got it. It's hugging that trend line, but I would expect for it probably to keep rolling down for the retracement. And you see in your golden zone, there's an order block. Was that 2-hour chart? There's a 2-hour order block in your golden zone. Then there's another one down there in the 78% range. So I would think that those two areas would be my areas to focus on when price gets there. I mean, I wouldn't take this nasty trade anyway. But if you're so desperate that you got to trade GA, then
no, I was just picking a pair. I was just picking any pair to show pretty much that you can kind of trade. I mean,
you can trade.
You can trade anything.
It's a trash can trade, but yeah, you can trade it.
Okay. So yeah, that's what Todd just said. So he's doing his strategy on the pullback of this weekly candle, meaning he's expecting some type of pullback to continue to the upside.
I mean, it's already started to pull back. If you look at the candle is already it wick. I mean, there's a wick, so it already started to pull back.
I know, I do see this pullback, but I'm saying at the open of market on Sunday, you're expecting after the first hour, you're expecting to hit your sell button.
I mean, it doesn't have to be the first hour, but yeah, on London session, I expect that candle to go ahead and retrace to where it's going. It could happen on Asian session. If I look at the chart though, I think that it's that pair is going to sell for the week. I think. I don't know that it'll push up higher than that. Like, I'm not biased for this thing to be a buy next week. If I look at the weekly chart, I'm biased for it to be a sell. So it bought up last week to fill those wicks. If you go back to the weekly chart, I'm sorry. You see how it bought up to fill the wick?
To fill
the imbalances in those two wicks.
Right, you talking about these two wicks?
Yep. So now I think it's just going to sell down. I mean, if you look at it, that's also tapping into that bearish order block over there. The big one.
Yeah, so this tapped into the bearish order block already.
Yeah. And now it just, to me, it filled imbalances or whatever, and it can push down from here. That's what I would think. But we'll see. I think that it will create a wick to the top of this new candle though, right? I just don't think the wick will be very high. Maybe it goes up there to where you have your entry, which is what, 50 pips?
Where price is now is
84 pips. Okay, maybe it will be an 80 pip move. 80 pip move is kind of large, but it is what it is. Maybe it will be an 80 pip move up to the top. But I'm like you, I think it's going to cook after that. I don't think the price is going to go up. I think it's going to go down.
So we're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just have a crooked way of looking at it.
No, you have a crooked way of looking at it. So yes, I I personally would like to just get in for the sell. And that's
I
personally.
agree. I agree.
Like I said, the counter trend trade always, don't, it just never works out for me most of the time. And I just want a stress-free trade, stress-free. So, yeah. So then that's how I look for my entries. And then the exit, like I showed before, is I just go to a higher time frame. Let's see what it's looking like on the 4-hour. So on the 4-hour, as you see right here, it's coming back to an order block. It is pulling back, not just to an order block, but this initial break. So price was heading down, right? And then you had a break of this swing high right here. This would have been the swing high. And then price came back to, you wouldn't have gotten in right here, but you definitely could have gotten in once price started moving up. So if I didn't get in here, you could have gotten in here. So when I'm looking at the charts and I'm looking for entries, I'm looking, what I specifically look for is violated order blocks, meaning this was a bearish order block, right? So most people are expecting to sell. So you have a bullish order block, which is the buy. But then when you get a bearish order block, most people are looking for it to sell. But at that point, price is bullish. So I know I've said it before, not all order blocks are created equal. So if you're in a bullish market and you see a bearish order block, look at it as just a pullback. Again, that's why I don't, because on a lower time frame, that would be your counter trend trade. That would be your counter trend trade that, where is that? Where was I? Where? Let me go back. Hold on. Okay, let's see where I was. On a lower time frame, that is this little move right here. That's what that was. That little pullback right here, or right here. It was right here. That little pullback right here. And yes, you can trade that if you want. Once it breaks. Okay. It broke here. It broke. I don't consider that a break, but some people do. So it broke here, pulled back, dropped.
Bruh. Can you fib? Can you fib that up move to where it started pulling back from that?
This,
yeah, that long up move.
this right here, or this right here?
Yeah, that right there.
You just want to say come to the 50%.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what the tools are for. Like if you want to trade the pullback, I mean that's what some people do.
Yeah,
Listen, I wouldn't trade it on the 15-minute, but I trade it all the time on the.
I get, but a lot of people are on the 15-minute.
Well, but that's why I'm showing them the tool. That's all.
On the 15-minute, like your price is bullish. All this is bullish, 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 bullish. And I'm saying this because I see where people are getting confused in their
jack it up.
Getting confused and why they're confused in their trade.
Bruh, I'm with you, Kim. But the truth is they're gonna still trade the way they trade. So I'm just trying to give them the tools so they can not screw up. I mean, they're still gonna trade the 15-minute and they still gonna take the counter trend trade because they got to trade. You know, that's the poison that everybody has to trade. You know, sitting on their hands is not going to give them those endorphins that they're here for. So, you know, instead of saying don't do it until you're blue in the face, I would just give them the tools to do it. You know,
I can't.
Not to the blue in the face. Okay, so so this
That-
came back. So this came back to the 50% of this move. This was the based on the 4 hour. That was the break here, right? So it came back to violated order block. I mark up once I get a break, I immediately mark up my violated order blocks. And what I mean is this was a bearish order block that was just a pullback. So you were expecting to sell, but because we're in a bull market, it went bullish. So once it went bullish, I'm marking up my zone. I'm marking up this violated order block. Price comes back to it. And price comes back to it. Now, it wouldn't have been that, I would have gone down to a smaller time frame because I ain't, no 100 pips, no 197 pips stop loss. And then
you can't make money with 197 pip stop loss, Kim.
no, I just
I'll show you how. Okay.
Nope. So that was, and that's why I see it only gave you 4%.
4% of 100K is $4,000.
Yep. Look, yep. So with that being said, this could have been one entry right here. So now price, move this on. So now price pull back, broke structure. You had another break right here, right? So I know I said I look for violated order blocks. I look for violated order blocks. I look for order blocks or some kind of imbalance. So, and I'm just basing this off the 4 hour chart. So once price breaks structure, my next entry, you have an order block here. So that would be my next zone that I mark up for the pull, for whatever pullback is coming. It was in drawdown for 67, 70 pips. You can mark up the top of the wick. You can mark up the body if you want. That would have gotten you in. That would have been a sniper entry. Or you can mark up the bottom of the body and wicks. You would have missed the entry with that one, but it did tap into the body. And it went up some more. Okay. So now the next zone is you had a break here. I'm gonna just drag it over because you had a break here. You have this is a violated order block right here. You have imbalance right here. That is how I enter my trades. Of course, I would not have taken this pullback. I mean, but for anybody who wanted to, one, because there's an order block right here. So price could have easily just come here and continue to the upside, even with me drawing my zone right here. But if you're gonna do it, this was the last little low right here. Price broke, pull back, and then continue to retest this area. So once you were in here, you could have traded this back up to, and you know, you can just pretty much trade up to the last high for any and all these trades. Like once you got in down here, you could have just traded up to, once this pulled back, you could have just traded up to here. Once it broke, you set your entry levels, then you can just trade it back up to here. So that's pretty much how I trade for my entries and exits. And also for me, like I do draw my trend lines, but once price breaks the trend line, for me, it's still bullish until it breaks my low. This right here would be my low. As long as it doesn't break this low, I'm still bullish.
Kim, can you explain? You say you look for the violated order blocks. What do you think when you see a violated order block?
That it was an area that could not hold whatever. So if it was bearish, and if you think about it, it's pretty much a level of support and resistance. That's pretty much all.
Okay. So if it's like a bullish violated order block, that's creating support.
So if it's bullish, if it's a bullish order block, and let me see if I can find it. Okay, so if it's a bullish, like a bullish order block here, and then it bought up, and let me find a good one. Okay, here's one right here. So this was a bullish order block, and we're bullish, right? So
yes.
we're bullish in this. Currently, this is all bullish. Matter of fact, this broke this high, so we can move our trend line. So this was bullish. So you're expecting price to come here and continue buying up, but price broke through it. Price broke.
Okay.
That bullish order block did not hold, right? So now, because this was our last swing, price broke through it. So once price breaks structure, you're expecting to sell back down.
Okay.
Which is where we are right
now. Okay, that helps me a lot. Thank you. I've been sick all week, so I'm very scratchy in the voice.
Go back.
Hey, Kim.
Yes.
You know, another less wordy way to describe it would be chalk, you know.
I hate that word.
I know, but it's a one word. But who?
No, okay. Yes. Well, see, for me, chalk would be for me.
No, Kim. Pull up one of them order blocks, Kim.
Linda, listen,
Pull up one of those order blocks.
Linda, listen. So, so chop for me, because price is bearish, right? Chop for me is when, and I know that's on a lower time frame, okay, it was bullish and then it became bearish, but it's still, we're in a bearish market overall. Now, when price comes and overall is in a bullish market, like that's chalk to me, but that's neither here nor there. It's chalk. Okay. Y'all want to call it chalk. Let's call it chalk.
Well, it just depends on the time frame you're talking about.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're getting a change of character for that time frame.
Absolutely. What Sean said. So chalk it up. Chalk it up.
So Kim, you looking for a bullish order block on the 4 hour? I mean, I'm sorry, a bearish order block on the 4 hour, on the near the trend line.
Correct.
Okay, so what is the previous fib? Is it that we would do for this one, like a 4 hour?
So that was just the overall. So on the overall fib, so for instance,
like for the entry.
so this was the overall. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, because we're bearish, right? So you want to go down. So right. So price went down, came back up to the 618. So the goal is to continue it to the downside because we're bearish. Are we bearish on here? We kind of not bearish on. This is the high, this is the low. So this is all consolidation. But overall, like right here, over the grand scheme, like overall, it's bearish. Like this is just a bearish move right here. We got a high, a low, a high, a low, and it didn't even break this low. So we kind of, maybe price will come.
Oh, you have the fib on it already. 100 to the 0.
So from here to this low here, and then it pulled back. One, because it broke here, right? It broke this low. We had a high, we had a low, it pulled back, broke this low. So now we're expecting a pullback to continue to the downside. Price could come down here and then continue to buy up. But for now, you had a high, a low, a swing high, a lower low, a higher high. So you're expecting a lower low. Like I said, unless price wants to then start, unless price wants to chalk it and then start going to the top side. So all these weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, past 10 weeks, price has been bearish. So right now we went to the downside, we pulled back to our order block, we broke structure here. So once it breaks, what do you expect? A pullback to continue to the downside. My goal is, my exit entry would be this one right here. Once price got here, then you can determine whether price is turning around to continue back up to the upside. So now you have, let me remove this. So that was the overall move, right? The overall, let me be clear. The overall move right here was this right here. I didn't do that right. Hold on. So first you had this here to here. Price pulled back to the 50%, went to the negative 27. So that would have been your trade right there. So if you had gotten in here to your negative 27, that would have been 2,600 pips, over 2,600 pips, okay? So now the next move is this right here. As of now, that's the next move. It pulled back to the 618. It pulled back to this break of this low. And I'm sure if I went down to the daily, that's going to be a, you see the violated order block? So price broke, pulled back to this level of structure, which was our violated order block.
For the retest, quote unquote.
For the retest, correct, and then started dropping again. So now your possible goal is to this negative 27, but oh yeah, that would be the goal. This negative 27, because this is your low right here. So that's kind of the confirmation or the confluence needed to, so it's either going to go past this low, and because I know what I know, it's probably coming back to this zone right here. And you see that it's an order block. There was an expansion. Price was going dropping. Then all of a sudden, price came and broke these swing highs right here. Let me do this one right here. We can do that one right there. Price started breaking that high. And then you could have, once this broke, it didn't pull back to this violated order block here. It did, that probably wouldn't have got you in either because of spread. But if you had gotten into this violated order block right here, once it broke, it pulled back, got you in, and then went up, I don't know how many pips. And then went up over 6,000 pips.
Crazy.
And if you look back, this was a level of structure. It did come back to there. So once this broke, well, let's do it this way. This, it came back to the 618. So you could have at least brought it up to the 50%. This was a level, I probably would have said this right here, this area right here, because it broke and was never, hasn't been retested yet. But that still would have been, that still would have been 4,000 pips. But it continued on. So as it was creating swing highs and swing lows, it continued on. It continued. So you could have stayed in the trade. You could have stayed in the trade until, let's go to the monthly so I can see what's going on. Oops. You could have stayed in the trade until this, at least the imbalance right here. That makes sense. Yay, nay.
Yes.
So that's entry and exits. Any questions? Oh, somebody had a question. Oh, you see it?
Yes.
Yes. There it is.
Thank you for explaining that.
You're welcome. Any other questions or pairs anybody want to see?
Let's look at the JPYs.
You ain't said nothing but a word. Okay, y'all know GJ is my bae, okay? So I'm gonna go down to the 4 hour.
Because he's gonna be fired this week. Looking at the chart, I mean, they're supposed to be pretty good.
So I am still waiting for GJ to break. You see, I have it right here, this high, because this is the high.
Mhm.
But price is has pulled back into my order block and is buying up. But because price did not break this high, but price did not also break this low, it's probably going to consolidate for and play games for a while.
Mhm.
I will put money on it that it is going to ping pong between here and here, because you see there's an order block up here, right? It's probably going to ping pong, come here, ping pong here, ping pong. It's probably going to ping pong for a few. If you know how to trade the consolidation, trade it. It is definitely a 200 pip trade back and forth. So yeah. So I'm definitely expecting price to come up here and then or within this wicks right here, which is an order block as well. It's going to be here or here to come back and sell back down. So, but once it breaks this high, then I'm definitely waiting for the pullback to then buy it up to at least that order block for now. To that order block or the violated order block, which is right here. But you also have a violated order block here. So did y'all see that the bullish, it was bullish and then it broke through. So that's the violated order block. So that's what I'm looking for GJ this week, a possible sale. At least down to here for now. Now, if price break below here, then the next zone would be from here. And I know Todd, actually, if it breaks through here, I'm expecting it to come down here. Honestly. Alicia, you got the same setup. That's what I'm talking about. So yes. But if you want to catch a few pips, because price has been bullish, I say trade. I use trend lines quite a bit. So and I actually learned, I actually got that from Alicia.
I love to see it.
So yeah, so we're gonna see what happens here. We're gonna see what happens here. I don't see any imbalance up in here. So this is where I'm looking for something. There's equal highs right here. Let me zoom in so y'all can see. You got equal highs right here. So, the price is likely to come grab this liquidity. Probably tap into right here and then probably drop.
How many pips is that?
From here,
From where price is now to that liquidity?
oh, from where price is now to liquidity is only 32 pips. So if I'm trading this,
What about,
I probably, huh?
what about like from there to the horizontal line at the top?
Right here
No,
or this?
that one right there.
54 pips.
So my 100 pip rule will I just wanted to see if it'll, because you know, I know I'm gonna trade the retracement on the weekly candle.
The weekly candle. Let's see what's going on the weekly candle. Hold on.
This is not one of my favorites, but EJ and FJ for sure. But
So
still,
you're ready to pull back.
oh, it's gonna pull back, yeah. But I would just fib that green candle and see how far it's gonna pull back. I would,
Well, there's your 50% right there.
right, but fib the green candle so I can see if there's a like a 78, now just leave your fib on and drop back down to where you were talking about so I can see where it lines up.
This is a 50%, this order block right here.
Okay. How many pips is that from where it is right now to that 50%?
About 113.
Oh, no, yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cash money.
But it'll likely go to the 61.8 if it pushes up bullish.
Well, hey, you know, if it goes further, that's cool. But all I'm saying is, if you set it and forget it, you're out of the 100. If you have a 100K account, that's $4,000. That's more than most people in America get paid every week.
And it's probably gonna come
Just watch your
retest this area here. Fill in this imbalance.
watch your spread. For everybody, just watch your spread, like trying to get in too soon.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably wait until London session to tell you the truth. It's gonna retrace for London anyway.
So yep.
Does London start at 1 or 2?
I don't know where it starts on your time.
Eastern Standard.
So probably 2, I believe. Germany is open at 1, and then London probably starts at 2.
I don't even know. London start. I gotta look.
I guess I can just Google it.
I believe London starts at 3.
2.
Eastern
Oh yeah.
time, Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time and 2 o'clock CST time.
3 o'clock. Yeah. Okay.
Got it.
3 o'clock Eastern Standard. So yep. So Ty going in for 150 pips.
Well, listen. For the people who aren't sure, you don't have to. You can just set it at 100 pips and roll out. That's, the people who are having a problem with the trades setups are the people who aren't sure, right? The way around that is if you just set a drop dead pip count at 100 and you collect one position, 100 pips, you have a 100K account, put a 4.0. That's 100 pips at a 4.0 is $4,000. You got a 50K account, use a 2 point or a 2.0. That's $2,000. Now, if your day job pays you more than that, then you're one of the few in America. Most people, that's a great payday. So it really just boils down to how greedy you are as an individual and your comfort level, right? So if you're not comfortable in the setup, then you shouldn't be looking for 200 pips anyway. You're just guessing. But if you look at those charts that Selena sends out every week, she's telling you that it went the 100 pips. So just collect 100 pips and go on about your week. 100 pips a week will have you outperforming your job. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I'm not saying don't get all the pips if you don't know if you know what you're doing, but if you don't know what you're doing, then what's wrong with just taking 100 pips and rolling out?
Mm-hmm.
It's something to think about.
Something to think about. Any other question?
Oh, so real quick, like with the stop loss is for like these particular trades.
Mm-hmm.
You're placing it right above the order block, the next order block, like
You mean like
right.
for like if price comes here, then the stop loss will be up here.
Right. 49.9. Okay, 50.
So for GJ, because I'm on the 4 hour, 20 pips is like my GJ limit for indices is between, although the other one was a 10 pip stop loss the other day, but 70 is like my max for 70 pips is my max for indices.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely go down and because was it here? I said I said here was the liquidity. So I would just come up just a little bit, like entry right here at the top. So that would just narrow my stop loss entry a little bit. And then give me more pips. So yeah, that's it.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Any other questions? Now if if price comes here and you're just not sure, definitely wait for confirmation. And with confirmation, I'm just looking for price to come into the zone to either start showing breaks of structure to the downside on a lower time frame. And as an example, say, let me clear this off. So say here. And if we go down to the 15-minute, Right. The swing low, the lowest time frame is right here. I mean, the swing low is right here. Now you can definitely trade here, right? So if you get this break of this low here, right? You got the break of this low here. And then price did come and break this low, because this is the low I would be looking for a break. Otherwise, I would be looking for a price to come fill in this imbalance and continue buying up. But price broke this low, broke through the imbalance. It tapped the imbalance, pulled, gave a pullback, and then broke this low. So now that it has broken this swing low, this was the last swing low, you're expecting price to pull back, which it pulled back to the initial break of this low here to continue to the downside. For, let's see how many pips that was. So to here, actually to here, which over here is price action for me is the wicks, but also had imbalance here, and that filled the imbalance. So that would have been 100 pips right here, and then here was another imbalance right here. And then that would have been altogether 136 pips. And then once price came and broke this zone here, I would have been looking for entry around here somewhere. It did pull back some more. Let me see if this is it pulled back 17 pips, right? So you'd have been 17 pips in drawdown and then continue to the downside. So it broke here. You have a violated order block right here, broke that, and then continued to the downside to this imbalance here. The wick of this is a was an order block right here. So with it being this close right here to the top of that wick, I would have just definitely filled in the imbalance. So that would have been a 50 pip. So with that being said, you could have done, so once this broke, so you have this entry here, which was 100 pips. And then this broke, and you have just sort of taken all of it to the same entry for now. You had this order block. Let's see. So you're really just looking for your breaks. Okay, so you had this came up, didn't break this high, and then came and started breaking the lows, right? So now you're looking for the pullback, which would have happened here. And that was for now you definitely want to target, like you're targeting these imbalances, but you also want to target, your target is really the lows. Let's see, I did that. Like I said, there was more imbalance there. You could have stayed in the trade for all these to the imbalance. because the goal is to target the lows. This was the price was going down. This was the initial break right here. So price did not, because price did not come back once it broke, that's your target. Price came and filled back this area right here. This was the break. It was never retested. So that's what you would look for your target, your TP to be set to this zone right here. And this is on the 15-minute. Is so you're talking 136 pips, 83 pips, 91 pips. You're talking 136, 83, and 91. So that was 310 pips in a matter of 1 day and 13 hours, 45 minutes. Any other questions? Any other questions? If not,
I'm sorry, what was that pip count again that you just, I didn't see. What was that pip count again? You said in a matter of how many days?
Oh, three. Oh, shoot, I'd have missed it. It was 3 something in a matter of 1 day.
310 pips in 1 day, 13 hours and 45 minutes.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, thank Leisha. So go real quick. Yeah. Gold. Go to the daily. So for gold, so price broke this low. It didn't quite pull back to the order block, but it is currently in a order block. So I would expect price to start pulling back at some point. Overall price is okay, so price was selling down. It did not break this low. Y'all, and I do this like every time I open a chart. I don't leave all the stuff on my chart. I just start over. Maybe sometimes 3 or 4 times a day. Okay. So, oops. So price came to this order block, this low, did not break it and started buying back up. It did not break this high and it came back down, broke the low, broke through the low, right? So now we were expecting a pullback for the continuation to the downside. It pulled back into an order block and is selling back to the downside. So that's based off the weekly. So this was the low right here. Actually, this was the last low right here, which was your order block. So we'll go down to the daily. So now we're expecting price to pull back, possibly to this order block, to continue selling to the downside. So you can probably get a sell once price pulls back to the order block, at least down to these lows. And then once it starts pulling back and it starts breaking structure, you can start stacking your entries. Did I say 30,000 pips? Is that how you read gold? Who's the gold person? Monk, is Monk in here? Monk, was that 30,000 pips? Monk, if you tell me this,
Yeah, hi. Sorry.
you tell me this is 30,000. It's 30,000 pips or 3,000.
That's gold, right?
Yeah, this gold.
Let me see.
You say 30,000. Todd, is this 30,000?
3,000.
300. It's 3,000. Is that 30?
Listen,
Oh, it's 3,000.
It's 3,000 pips, but it doesn't
30.
matter because ain't nobody in this chat gonna hold that trade. let me repeat that.
Monk
Nobody
is.
in this chat.
No, I don't trade
Monk
gold.
gonna hold that
Silver.
Oh, you trade silver, Monk? I thought you traded gold.
No.
I thought gold was your baby.
I traded gold last week, man. Anyway, it don't even matter.
So
There's nobody in this chat that's gonna hold that gold. Too volatile. They're not gonna hold it.
But it's not as volatile as, I mean, it's just, it's.
Well, listen, man. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm just telling you what I know.
Use a 0.01.
Yep.
Just run.
Let it go.
Are y'all serious right now? All right. So who in this chat will hold gold?
I don't know why I thought Monk was the gold was Monk's baby.
Ain't nobody in this chat gonna hold gold.
So,
I can tell you, man. There's nobody in this chat that's gonna hold
well,
gold.
I'm gonna hold this, okay, and then I'll post it to the group once I'm done.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll hold it in my lap.
It might be 6 months from now, but I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna hold. You should say she's gonna hold it in her lap. Also, I want to note that price may even just come back to, like we're expecting price to come here, but price may even just come back to this area here, which is the violated order block, right? Price may just come back to there and then drop. I just use my wicks as my points of interest. So I'm gonna do this one just with time. I'm gonna hold on.
Don't do it just for me, but if you want to impress me, hey, if you want to impress me, hold a pair just for 2 days. Just for 2 days.
I've held a pair for 3 days.
You get 100 pips. I mean, just hold it.
Oh no, not for.
Go to work. You can do whatever you want to. Just hold the pair. Just hold it.
Okay. Hold it.
Hold it until you get 100 pips.
That's my thoughts on gold.
My thoughts on gold is anyway. I'll hold my thoughts on gold because
hold your thought.
Ain't no thoughts trading thoughts.
Now the only thing I see in here that would, oh no, it got tapped into, is that imbalance, but it got tapped into. There's still a little imbalance though, so maybe that's what gold do. Come back for those little. There's a little tiny imbalance in there.
What is the dollar doing?
The dollar is
Gold is gonna do everything the dollar ain't doing.
currently look like they doing the same daggone thing. Tapped into this imbalance. Swept this liquidity. Grab that little bit of imbalance left. Gold, the dollar is, it came back, retested these areas here.
Dollar's going up.
Right now it is, so yeah, it's going up for now.
And gold will be dropping. And the reason the dollar is going up is because of what?
Because what?
Why is the dollar going? You got the PPI, all those reports this week were good for the dollar. Jobs report.
What Todd just said.
Yeah. So when you see the dollar going up, you'll see the rest of the stuff dropping. Gold, the indices. So when you caught that, 400 pip move or whatever, 400 point move, you just kind of automatically know that on the opposite side of that, the dollar is going up.
So yep, what Todd just said.
But if gold breaks structure, we can buy that retracement, right?
Yep.
I thought you just said you don't counter trend trade. And why would you counter trend trade gold out of all the stuff?
It's a
Right.
complex pullback. It's a complex pullback.
Listen, the logic behind that stuff is not, I just think
the logic is that it broke structure. So you gotta expect a pullback. Ty, you taught
I understand. Listen, I trade the counter trend. I mean, you guys are the ones that always say, "Oh, trade counter trend."
No. When I say counter trend, no, this is what I mean when I say counter trend, right? And I'm gonna go down to the 15 because it just makes better sense coming up. When I see a bearish order block, like I'm not trading that. Like I even on a let me go to the day.
Let's talk about what a bearish order block is.
This bearish order block right
order block that order block broke structure. It broke structure. Listen to what I'm telling you.
I know we're on
the green candle of that bearish order block.
Do what now?
Put the line right directly underneath the green candle of the order block.
Well, that's what an order block does. It
breaks structure.
But it doesn't mean I need to trade it in a bullish market.
Listen, I'm not saying it means you need to trade it, but let's just talk about this for a minute. You drop down to the 15-minute. How many pips are available to you? You're the one that trades the lower time frame. I trade the higher time frame. But if we look at that, why are you running away from it?
I'm trying to get where I was, somewhere over here.
I want to count them pips because I know it had to be 100 pips on that daily.
I'm trying to get to it. I don't know where it is.
Y'all tripping. Y'all are bugging, Kim. When I trade the counter trend,
I'm not rich enough yet.
Listen, wait. When I trade the counter trend on the weekly chart that hits every week, by the way, every week. When I trade that, it's over 100 pips.
So you don't think that's what's going on gold?
I know it's what's going to go on gold, but what I'm telling you is, if you're saying don't do it, then you need to show some consistency, especially with an index, with a CFD, because the CFD will get your neck broke. They move a lot faster. And it costs a lot more if you're wrong on a CFD. I mean, in my opinion, you shouldn't trade those CFDs with real money unless you have experience. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. That would have been a target. This is Dixie. I don't know why I'm marking this up on a Dixie, but
I don't know, because can't nobody trade that Dixie. Well, I mean, I guess you could in your if it's not a funded account, but I mean, I just like to see what direction it's going.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then you know which way to trade the other stuff, whether you trade
agree.
USD.
No, I get that. I get that. I get it. I get it. Any other question? Todd, you going over the
pairs on trade? Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, good. If there are no other questions, thank you very much and have a great day.
That is not it, Kim.
Oh, if all hearts and minds are
No, that's not it, Kim. That's not your line.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Kim.
You're welcome.
Who was about to say that? If all hearts and minds are clear?
That's my line.
That's Lisa's line. That's Lisa's line.
You coach it.
Wait, what's my
Kim's
line?
line is that's it. That's all.
That's
That's
it,
the end
that's
of the
all.
call.
That's the end of the call. Peace.
Okay.
I didn't realize all this slow stuff was happening on the cub.
All right.
You can end the recording time.
That's because we don't go through all this on Tuesday.